Hey guys, it's Candace back for another video, and for today's video we are talking about these beautiful, luscious, hairy arms of mine. Recently I posted a video talking all about female body hair, going basically head to toe, covering all the areas of my hair and talking about body hair in general. Boy, oh boy, us hairy females have united. Let me tell you, I was so surprised to find the amount of women in the comments saying I have the same problem. I'm more hairy than you. Like, I was literally blown away. I thought that I was a weirdo, you know, for being so hairy. Like, I genuinely don't really see out and about hairy females, like to the extent of how much hair that I have. But you guys have shown me so much love in the comments in that video, and it has really just made me so much more confident with my body hair. Now I just want to do more and more videos talking about body hair, so here you go. So today we're going to be focused on my arm hair in specific. Now, let me start off by saying I have always been a hairy female from the very day that I was born. Just kidding, I was bald. So from the day that I was born, I was actually bald, and my mom said my actual hair didn't grow in for quite some time, but I did have body hair, right? So you can see my back hair even as a baby, my arm hair, you can see that kind of faint. As I got older, my hair just got darker and more pigmented, and now it has grown today to be what you see here, this lovely fuzz. Like most people, I really didn't become aware of my body or any flaws in my body that I had until I reached middle school age. I feel like in elementary school, when I was growing up, this is a totally different world now, but when I was growing up in elementary school, it was really just focused on friends, having fun. Like, there was nobody having sex, like nobody talked about sex in elementary school. Nobody looked at each other's bodies, you know, that kind of thing. Like, elementary school for me was a very innocent experience. My childhood was how a childhood should be. You know, I had an actual childhood. As a child, I was a child. I stood in my place as a child. I did child things, you know. And to middle school, I met some girls who were a little, what's a good word for this? A little fast. You know, I don't want to call them hoes, but they were fast in middle school. So I grew up really sheltered. My dad does not play that shit. My parents didn't let me really go out in middle school, and now I understand why. There was a few times that I went to my friend's house, you know, like, oh, hey dad, I'm hanging out with my girlfriends. And of course, guys would come over to the girl's house. They would do things with the guys. Just fast, just a lot of fastness, right, going on in middle school. But also in middle school, I was made aware of the fact that I was chubby. Actually, in middle school, a girl that I was friends with told me about this trip that she went on to a beach and how she went surfing. And I was like, oh, that sounds so cool. I've never been surfing. I would love to try that. And she told me that I was too fat to surf. And I will never forget that. That was like my first experience in life of somebody telling me that I was fat. And that was the first time that I looked at myself and was like, wait a minute, am I fat? Because I don't think that I'm fat, but do other people see me as fat? Anyways, that's off topic, but middle school is a hell of a time, y'all. And then I also discovered that I was a hairy female. So of course my eyebrows are very bushy, which is popping all the way now. But back in middle school when I was growing up, it was more trendy, more popular to have like super thin eyebrows, and my mom was not about to pluck out all my beautiful eyebrows because she knew that this was an exotic beauty trait of mine. So I mean, they were a lot thinner than they are right now, but you know, people made fun of my eyebrows because they were thicker than how people normally rock their eyebrows. That part I didn't care about. But then this guy told me one time that I have the hairiest arms that he's ever seen, even in any adult. And this was when I was in middle school. And this is coming from a middle school guy. And this is coming from a middle school guy who I thought was cute. So yeah, a bitch heart was broken. And so I got home and I remember like that day I was like, oh mommy, like, can I get a razor? I really want to start shaving my legs. Anyways, finally convinced my mom to let me shave my legs. Of course, as you're sitting in the shower shaving your legs for the first time, you look at that razor and you just hear like this is like everything that you've ever wished for, you know, the magic solution to getting rid of all of your hair. And I just remember looking at the razor and looking at, you know, my badge and looking at my arms and being like, oh, it's a party. And I just went to town. So I started shaving everything. Shaved my whole body, my stomach hair, tried to get my back hair, booty hair, you name it, I got it. But of course, what happened? All the hair just grew back thicker. To me, it looked more dark, so I was pretty upset by the whole situation. But anyway, anyways, so I shaved my arms, went to school the next day with my shaved arms, and what do you know? The guy that talked about my arms being hairy then found something else to make fun of me for. It's like, even though I changed what he was making fun of me for, I still wasn't good enough, and he still found something else to say about me. I think he talked about my nose and said my nose was big or something. Whoop-de-woo, who gives a shit? Fun fact, later on in life, when I got to high school and Facebook came out, he Facebook messaged me and was like, damn, you really grew up. Like, motherfucker, slide, okay? Slide, because back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. That shit real. So anyways, I've always been a hairy female. I always had really hairy arms. Honestly, it wasn't until I believe I was 19 at the time when I met my husband now. So he was the first person who complimented my hairy arms, like, ever in my life. He didn't really like compliment them. When I met my husband back in the day, we worked at Juicy Couture together. If you guys know Juicy, that's the velour tracksuit, honey, then things was popping. I was the best sales associate. You was walking out of there with a tracksuit and a bag from me, plus a bracelet and a necklace. I was giving you a Juicy head to toe look. So he worked in the back as a stock guy. That's how we met. So basically one day we're on the sales floor, you know, everybody's jibber jabber, shooting the shit, talking crap, and we're talking about body hair, and I was saying how I shaved my arms, and he said, you should not do that. And I was like, what? What are you talking about? I should not shave my arms. I told him, I was like, no, they're like really, really hairy. And he was like, no, trust me, you shouldn't do that. So I'm like, okay, this is the first time ever in my life that a guy, a man, is telling me not to shave my body hair. I was really taken aback, honestly. So I'm like, why are you saying that? And he's like, you know what it means when a girl has hairy arms? No, what does it mean? Oh, you'll find out. I'm like, okay, what the hell does that mean? What the heck is he talking about right now? Like a week later, we end up smashing for the first time. And I then found out why he likes girls with hairy arms. So basically, what does it mean to be a hairy female? So being hairy actually means that you have extra testosterone or higher testosterone levels than estrogen levels. Basically, what this means for females is that you will have a higher sex drive. Fun fact, yeah, look it up. GTS, guys. Google that shit. You can look it up. It will say being hairy means that you have higher levels of testosterone, in turn meaning that you have a higher sex drive. I just changed some people's lives. So fellas, next time you meet a female with hairy arms, just smile inside and know that you have found a winner. And ladies, go ahead and rock those hairy arms, honey. It is basically like your sign telling the world you got that good work. I shouldn't have said that. That was over the line. I'm sorry. I know. But hey, F it. Okay? That's what it is. If you are hairy, you are the bomb. All my hairy females, unite in the comments down below. Be proud of yourselves, ladies. I mean, we are all so beautiful in so many ways. Like, when you think about humans, it's actually a really mind-blowing thing to think about that there's billions of people in the world and we're all so beautiful. Like, God did not make any mistakes when he created us. I literally find beauty in every single person that I look at. There's something truly beautiful about all of us. So love yourselves, you guys. Be confident in yourselves. If you are hairy, learn to love it. Rock that. Trust me, there are a lot of guys that know better and who will gravitate to those hairy arms. Trust me. And also, just want to say, because, you know, of course, with some love, there's hate. And there were a couple people hating on the hairy arm females or the hairy females in general. To those people, bitch can't do it like me. No, but seriously. I mean, to those people, it's cool if you don't have a lot of body hair. That's fine too. But guess what? We are hairy females. We are loving females. We are beautiful females. And if you're not hairy, you're beautiful too. I love all you guys, seriously. Fellas, comment in the box down below. Do you like your lady with a little extra fuzz? Let us know. Hairy females, we need to start some type of hashtag or something viral that we can create. Maybe hairy females unite or hairy females something. I don't know. Comment me down your ideas in the box down below. As always, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.